The assault on the Transformer franchise continues. Activists are now calling for female Generation 1 designs to be retired because they are sexist. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Let's get into this right here. This is over at thatparkplace.com. Wrote this up this morning. Activists are indeed calling for the G1 designs of female Transformers to be retired because they are straight up sexist. This is from ex-user Subi Has Issue. I'm going to be honest. Can they just retire G1 designs of female Transformers? In vacuum, those designs are cute and all, but when you frame them next to their male counterparts, I'm not even sugarcoating it. Designs are straight up sexist. These people are not going to stop. It doesn't matter how absurd or ridiculous or stupid their comments are. They are going to continue to assault these franchises until they are completely destroyed and unrecognizable. I mean, it's got almost 700 likes, almost 170,000 views. The person added in a subsequent tweet or post. They could have made main girlies as blocky as every other G1 male character and then introduced slender and more rounded off characters regardless of gender identification later down the line. I really don't get what's stopping them from slightly redesigning them. So obviously, this is clearly part of the transgender ideology. They want to remove feminine traits from fictional characters. And before anyone says, oh, they're just robots. No. They're not just robots. They are clearly male and female robots, as they were created back in the 1980s. And they're trying to remove the sex of those robots, just like they're trying to remove sex in real life. And the reason why they're trying to remove the sex of the robots in the fiction is because they want to use it as propaganda to convince people that sex doesn't exist in real life. This is very clear. It's very clear what they're trying to do here. So don't just say, oh, it's just fiction. Oh, it's just robots. No, it has real world consequences. We see it. Just look around. Just look around. Numerous people agreed. So clearly people are getting into this. They're buying into this ideology. It's widespread. It's not just, I don't think it's just a tiny portion. I think there are lots and lots of people who have bought into this ideology that contradicts the reality around them. This person says, exactly what I was thinking. I was looking at the difference between RC and CJ, like, put a little meat on her bones. You know what I mean? Those ladies are warriors, not Victoria's Secret models. So they're upset that they have feminine characteristics. You can go back and look at female warriors in the past. They still look like females. They don't look like men. It's a Russian sniper who's probably they modeled RC after, I would bet. World War II. Looks like a woman. Another said it's compounded by something worse. Both of the female Autobots there turn into sci-fi vehicles because there's no redesigning allowed because G1. So this person is upset that they turn into sci-fi vehicles. Just okay. Again, they don't care. They're going to make any kind of argument they can to push the ideology. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how utterly absurd it is. And then we've got this person here. That's what I've been saying, or I've been trying to say. G1, RC, Alita, Chromia, etc. look too much like metal women and not enough like alien robots. Except you have no problems with the men looking like men, the male robots looking like men. They just want to erase the women to make them look like men. Because this stuff is primarily targeted at women. The transgender ideology is primarily targeted at women. Got another person in here pushing back, though. We did have a bunch of people pushing back. I think there were more people pushing back than agreeing, which was good. So I included some of those here. This person here says, oh, look, a transformer tourist. Women and men are built different. End of story. Agreed. They are built different. And this person seems to realize that it's not just about robots. It's not just about the fictional transformer characters. This stuff is being used as a bludgeon to get people to buy into the ideology in real life and destroy themselves. You have another person here. Flame War looks fine and she's not a G1 character. Why exactly do they need to be changed? They help represent people who are feminine by showing that they can be just as powerful as the bulkier bots. I think it's insensitive to try to erase people who identify this way. It's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to erase femininity, erase females. That's why they want them to look like the male characters. It's not the male characters that they want to change, at least here. I'm sure they want to do that too. We're just not seeing it from these people. They haven't gotten to that point yet, right? Then here's another person pushing back against these absolute lunatics. How else do you describe them? It's lunacy. No, RC looks feminine because that's how you can tell the difference between male and female Transformers. Same thing in Beast Wars, Transformers with Black Arachnia and Air Razor. If you don't personally like their designs, which you perceive as sexist, then make your own franchise. They're not going to make their own franchise because they know it will absolutely fail. No one wants to actually buy into that stuff. That's why they glom on to popular franchises and erode them and destroy them from the inside, because they know that there's already a fan base, and their whole idea isn't about creating their own franchise. It's about indoctrinating people into the ideology. These people don't care about Transformers. They don't really care. All they care about is indoctrinating people into the ideology at the end of the day. And the franchises are vehicles to do that. Unfortunately, the ideology is so widespread, the people making new Transformers shows, movies, cartoons, etc., are bought in. We saw this just recently. They introduced a Transformer named Nightshade, who is so-called non-binary. We have a female character, Morgan, telling Optimus Prime, Nightshade's pronouns are they, them. Nightshade then states, he or she just doesn't fit who I am. I mean, they are literally trying to push this evil ideology on to children, and they're doing it through the Transformers cartoons. And that's what the G1 female Transformers, this sexist, is all about. It's not sexist. It's not sexist at all. You just want to use it to push transgender ideology onto children and their parents and anyone else who you think has a weak mind that's going to buy into this. And it's time we say no. The people that are creating this stuff at Hasbro should be fired. They should be excised from the franchise. They should no longer be allowed to create Transformers cartoons. And that goes for any franchise. But they're not going to stop. This stuff is not going to stop until we put a stop to it. And even then, I think the best we can do at this point is really just minimize it, because I think those people are still going to be around. But let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, but to always speak the truth.